We know very little about outer space, making it difficult to rule out the possibility of other intelligent life forms existing. Let's get started with the top 10 most terrifying people who claim to be from space. Number 1. Ernest Norman. Ernest and his wife Ruth are credited with founding UNARIUS, which stands for Universal Articulate Interdimensional Understanding of Science. This group believes that the soul is immortal, and that all beings have been reincarnated numerous times. They also believe that the solar system once housed an ancient interplanetary civilization, and that aliens are human beings who have lived on Earth as well as other planets, including those outside our solar system. These aliens are thought to be advanced intelligent beings living on higher frequency planes. These aliens are spiritually and scientifically more advanced than humans. The group is best known for their predictions of UFOs landing on Earth, but they are also known for their spiritual teachings, to quote. Number 2. Marshall Applewhite. If you haven't heard of Heaven's Gate, Marshall and his former partner, Bonnie Nettles, were responsible for its inception. These two believed they were Vulcans, which they described as higher beings who took control of two middle-aged human bodies, in order to spread their message and teach humanity. The strange thing is that some people believed it. Unfortunately, because they were manipulated and exploited. They surrendered their lives and all worldly possessions in the belief that Earth would be recycled, and that the only way to survive would be to leave immediately. The decision to leave Earth came in March 1997, when Marshall announced that they had a spacecraft on its way to Comet Hale-Bopp. The catch with the spacecraft, however, was that Marshall instructed them all to stage their own deaths in order for the UFO to transport them to, quote, another level of existence above humans. Over the course of a few days, 39 members of the cult, including Marshall, committed suicide. This is the biggest event of its kind. Number 3. Raël. Claude Vorilhon. Raël is a French journalist who is also the founder of the Raëlian movement, a massive UFO cult. Raël apparently had an extraterrestrial encounter in December 1973, which inspired him to start this movement. Raël claims that during his alien encounter, the alien informed him that he was the chosen one, and that he was responsible for spreading the message to the people of Earth. According to this UFO cult, humans were created by an alien species. And once we find a way to achieve peace on Earth, those aliens will descend and reveal our true origins before transporting us to utopia. Number 4. Dorothy Martin. The Seekers, also known as the Brotherhood of the Seven Rays, were a UFO religion that existed in the Midwestern United States in the mid-20th century. This group was founded by a man named Charles Laft, but it was led by Dorothy Martin, also known as Sister Cedar. On December 21, 954, she believed that a UFO would arrive to save them all from a disaster, and this cult is widely regarded as one of the earliest UFO religions. Of course, the UFO did not appear, and while this left some members skeptical, others began to believe that they only had to wait a few more days until Christmas Eve, when the second incident also failed. This caused many members of the group to abandon the religion, which is likely one of the reasons the group and its beliefs dissipated. Number 5. L. Ron Hubbard. Scientology is a set of beliefs and practices developed by L. Ron Hubbard that has been variously classified as a cult. This group's core belief is that humans are immortal, and that our bodies are essentially just a shell to house us before we land in our human shells. This cult, on the other hand, believes that our souls belong to other extraterrestrial lives, and that our life on Earth is just one of many. Of course, that section of the text is only available if you spend $200,000 on the cult. This group is quite controversial, not only because of their beliefs, but also because of their illegal activities, such as fraud or spying on the government. Numerous Superior Court decisions have labeled this group not only a dangerous cult, but also a deceptive profit-making enterprise. Number 6. Vinny Ohh. Vinny is not the leader of a terrifying cult, but rather a person who aspires to be an alien. Vinny has spent tens of thousands of dollars on cosmetic procedures to achieve this alien appearance, and he is even considering surgery to completely remove their genitals. They want to be completely sexless, even removing their nipples and belly buttons. Vinny explains that when they first moved to Los Angeles, they assumed that everything around them revolved around sex and beauty, and they didn't want to be a part of that world. They wanted to stand out from the crowd by embracing unattractiveness and rejecting sexual objectification, so they chose a genderless alien as their muse. Number 7. Heide Fittkau-Garthe. Garthe is the person who is credited with founding the Atmos Foundation, a religious movement. This movement was primarily active on a Canary Island as well as in Germany. Because of a massive scare in 1998, this movement received a lot of media attention. Essentially, 32 members of this sect believed they would be collected by a spacecraft and transported to a new unspecified location on another planet. However, if this plan failed, the members planned to commit suicide. This is a strange group, and it's unclear whether they still exist or not, but hopefully not, given that the spacecraft they were all waiting for most likely never arrived. Number 8. Maxine Dietrich. Maxine founded the Joy of Satan Ministries in the early 2000s, which is an esoteric occult organization that advocates for, quote, spiritual Satanism. This is a mix of theistic Satanism, Gnostic, paganism, Western, esotericism, UFO conspiracy theories, and extraterrestrial beliefs. There's a lot going on there. Families believe that Satan was the true father and creator god of humanity. His desire was for his creations to elevate themselves through knowledge and understanding. The idea that there was an ancient conflict between advanced extraterrestrial races and humans on Earth is at the heart of this belief. They also believe that Satan is an alien who used advanced genetic engineering to create Earth humans. Aside from these already existing ideologies, there are others that are far more insane and dangerous. Overall, this is just one belief system that you should probably avoid at all costs. Number 9. Philip K. Dick. Philip is best known for his science fiction writings, having written 44 novels and 121 short stories. However, what was going on in his personal life may have influenced his stories. Fellow writer Brad Steer discussed how Philip had written him in the late 1970s, saying that he thought he might be a star person. The concept of star people predates our New Age beliefs, and it is frequently attributed to indigenous American beliefs. Of course, this concept has been adapted to fit into our modern world. The concept is essentially that star people are alien-human hybrids, and Brad Steer introduced this modern version of it. He claims that certain people were extraterrestrials who came to Earth either through birth or by walking into an existing human body. As previously stated, Philip wrote Brad, implying that he believed he was one of these people, which could explain the variety of philosophical and social issues that can be found in his writings. Number 10. George Van Tassel. George is a man who moved to Giant Rock near Landers in California's Mojave Desert in 1947. And it was here that he established a UFO center. He was essentially a founding member of a UFO religion who was interested in collecting and analyzing UFO phenomena, as well as interviewing people who claimed to have been contacted. In 1952, George began claiming that he had received a message via telepathic communication from an extraterrestrial named Ashtar. Not only that, but he claimed to have received messages from people who had died, including Nikola Tesla, the famous alien himself. George would also interpret the Christian Bible as an alien intervention in human evolution. And by this, I mean that he claims Jesus was an extraterrestrial. To receive these messages, George claims to have used a combination of human abilities, as well as an allegedly advanced form of alien technology. Of course, this technology was not suitable for everyone. It took the right person with the right training and meditation techniques.